Rising stars of South African golf gathered for the Gary and Vivienne Player Challenge, the Sunshine Tour's own tribute to the country's greatest golfer who helped to lay the platform for the tour the professionals compete on and whose career they seek to emulate while hoping to earn a place in the Gary and Vivienne Player Invitational in November.
I mean, it's a real honor to be playing in Mr. Player's tournament, and obviously it's a qualifier into the big thing, which goes to the Blair Athol Primary, which he supports, and I'm really honored to be part of that.
Mr. Player, I mean, he's done a lot for South African golf and the development of it. It's really nice that he hosts this tournament, and we're all really appreciative of it and what he's done for the game. He brought up probably the start of the professional golf, so we all thank him.
It means a lot playing this event, and to play the Gary Vivienne Invitational is awesome. I hope that I do qualify for the Invitational. But Yurav, what he's done for the game is incredible, and what he's doing with his foundation is even more incredible. I mean, I think he's raised over R1 billion for charities, and also I really look up to him.
On hosting duties for the 54 event was Kyalami Country Club, a par 72 course laid out on a gently undulating landscape, a fine example of suburban parkland golf.
I've always enjoyed Kyalami. I think it's a very good layout. Obviously, it plays very different, summer versus winter. Winter is definitely a bit of more of a challenge as things firm out and get dry. But all in all, I've always enjoyed Kyalami and what it has to offer.
It's tricky in the sense of how firm it is, so the bounces are all over the place. But I mean, if you're hitting your drives right off the tee, you're good. So then you just give yourself a good position and go into the green. So yeah, I mean, off the tee, it's quite tricky. But yeah, other than that, it's a good little golf course.
The nice lad about this is you can go aggressive and make the birdies, but you also have to be a bit cautious on a few par threes. The course is playing firm, so your runoffs are getting much shorter than last time. But the golf course is in great nick, the greens are good, so as soon as you get on the green, you're just thinking you're going to hold the putt.
Kyle Barker gained valuable knowledge while playing alongside a Mr. Player at the Invitational last year, and he carded an opening round of 68 that featured a great up and down for birdie at his closing hole.
Oh, it was a great round out there today. I really enjoyed Kyalami Country Club. Got off to a really good start. I was 6 under through 10. And then, struggled a bit off the tee, started getting some funny bounces into the trees, but, it all balances out, and 4 under is always a good score, so really chuffed with that.
Nikhil Rama, who is fast becoming a consistent figure out on the Sunshine Tour, got off to a solid start, making 4 birdies in a round of 4 under par.
Bogey free today. I didn't make many mistakes out there today. A couple of putts that didn't fall, but I mean, I'm working on that, working hard, but the ball striking is quite good, so let's just keep going and we're going to have a good week.
Jacques de Villiers, who finished 3rd in Zambia, carded 4 birdies and holed out for eagle on the greenside bunker during an explosive round of 67.
It was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. They had a slow start, but then with a hole out on 18, that definitely got things going.
James Mack, who played in the final group at Irene Country Club this season and claimed a top 10 finish, set the early pace with a superb morning round of 66 that featured 7 birdies.
And me and my caddy, we just went out there and we're like, listen, let's just go have some fun, let's go for pins and attack the things we can and can't. And the strategy went well, and it was very calm, very collective and enjoyable, to say the least. Played very aggressive today. It paid off. I've been really working on my chipping lately, so I was able to get around the greens and make good up and downs for the birdies, so it made sense to me.
Jonathan Broomhead, feeding off confidence from his victory at last season's closing event, the Tour Championship, challenged for the lead in the afternoon and carded a round of 5 under 67.
Always nice getting off to a good start. Just put yourself in position going forward. But yeah, just going to try to capitalize on this and see what we can do.
Mack led after the first round on his home track at Kyalami, but there was plenty of talent chasing him down just 1 stroke behind. Rohwer de Smet was at 8 under for 2 rounds, and it was great to see him regaining his confidence on the Sunshine Tour, where he claimed the last of his 4 victories in 2016.
The last couple of years just been horrible. I haven't really found form, but I was actually very stubborn as well, not really want to see somebody. And then went to Nico van Eden at Tux, and he's definitely changed a lot in my swing. Well, just I'm more confident and definitely seeing a lot better results. 2016 was a good year for me. I think I won twice, but I won 3 times in the space of like 8 months or something like that. Playing really well, and then went to Q school in Spain, and then all of a sudden just everything went downhill from there. The last 5 or 6 years I haven't had any good memories of golf, but trying to find the love for the game again, and yeah, hopefully this week we could change things up. The Big Easy has actually been really nice for me, just to work on a couple of things and also try and find some form. I think middle of last year I played really well on the Big Easies, and it just gave me a little more confidence doing it on the Sunshine Tour. Obviously didn't go to plan, but this year I feel like my form's coming along on the Sunshine Tour, so yeah, hopefully the end of the year finish strong.
The season continued to open doors for a new generation of golfers, and the Morning Starters benefited from calm conditions on day 2. Betway Big Easy Tour graduate Andrew Williamson signed for a career-best 7 under par 65 to catapult into contention at Kyalami.
To get comfortable on the Sunshine Tour, to springboard you further on in your career, it's a huge plus, and I think that's what everyone out here is trying to do. So just trying to get comfortable in these positions, and really excited to be in a position where I can go and contend for a win tomorrow. I think the biggest takeaway is not to do anything differently. This game is all about processes, all about routines, and I'm going to try my absolute best to, stick to my routine, stick to my processes, and try not think about it too much. I mean, obviously it's a wonderful position to be in.
21-year-old Yurav Premlall grinded out an opening 70 and continued his brilliant start to the campaign with the day's best. A round of 64 to join Williamson at 10 under.
I'm always kind of checking what the number is, because at the end of the day you always want to check what the top of the leaderboard is and try keep in touch with that. And yeah, I mean, I did see the scores were out there in the morning. When I started off with 4 in a row, I got obviously quite close, and then Jono's made a bit of an acceleration, so kept in touch with him, so we'll see what we can do tomorrow.
23-year-old Jonathan Broomhead recovered after bogeys at the opening 2 holes to card 9 red numbers in a round of 65 that took him to the top at 12 under.
Those first 2 holes this morning were a bit shaky, but yeah, I mean, 2 quick birdies afterwards and kind of just kept things going again. And then ended up being a really, really nice round. The important thing that I've got in my swing at the moment, I kind of lost it in the first few holes, and we just spoke about it a little bit, and I just kind of focused on that, and for the last half of the round it was pretty good.
With 1 round remaining, Broomhead led a packed leaderboard, chasing victory at the 9th official event of the season. Yurav Premlall has one eye on the Order of Merit delivered by the Courier Guy. A top 3 finish brings rewards such as a DP World Tour card and spots in 2 majors and a place in Africa's major.
It's a great show of consistency on my part. It's obviously still very early in the season, but to just put yourself up in that top 3 and initially it means you've banked some points, and obviously it's a long road ahead, but I'm eager to keep it going and see where we end up. I know the leaders' perks are quite fun, so that would be the main priority at the end of the day. But yeah, the top 3 cards they're quite lucrative, so it would be quite a big goal at the end of the season. I mean, it would be something I've always worked towards from the start of the year, and it would finally be, I would say, a job done over the course of a season, which is the ultimate end goal, I would say.
The professionals playing to drive support for the Gary and Vivienne Player Foundation were met by the cold front that swept across Gauteng. While Williamson shot 75, Jonathan Broomhead, the overnight leader, signed for a 2 over 74 to end his week in a tie for 7th place at Kyalami Country Club. Yurav Premlall began the final round 2 strokes back, and he quickly got into the swing of things. Premlall fired an excellent approach into the par 5 4th hole en route to a front half of 35 that kept him firmly in the mix. Ruan Conradi continued to show signs of a return to form. Conradi, a winner in 2019 on the Sunshine Tour, finished at 11 under par after a round of 66, his best result of the campaign. Daniel van Tonder began the day 4 behind, turned in 33, and continued his charge on the back 9 with a sweeping draw around the timber to set up a 5th birdie of his round. Van Tonder was seeking a second win in 4 starts after his victory in Eswatini. Rookie Christian Kriek followed up his opening 69 with a second consecutive 68 and joined Conradi in a share of 4th place at 11 under. Martin Rohwer, 4-time winner on the Sunshine Tour, produced a great round of 68 that featured superb moments like this touch of genius below the hole. Van Tonder was a man on a mission as he looked to set the clubhouse lead, and he got it to 14 under par with a round of 66 that featured a chip-in eagle at the 18th hole. Premlall birdied the last in a round of 68 to join Van Tonder at the top, and the 2 players were joined in a sudden death playoff by Rohwer, who only managed a par at the closing hole in regulation play. Victory was top of mind as the 3 pegged it up again. Despite giving it his best, Premlall fell out of contention on the 2nd extra hole, and after replaying the 18th 3 times, Van Tonder and Rohwer took on the par 3 17th. Van Tonder was able to brush aside the nerves, and his attacking instincts paid off as he claimed a 10th Sunshine Tour title with victory at the Gary and Vivienne Player Challenge. Van Tonder and the next leading 22 professionals from this tournament earned a place in the prestigious Gary and Vivienne Player Invitational at Sun City in November.
I enjoy playoffs. I've had a couple, lost in a few, but other than that I think I've had more success than losses. So just played well, kept my head clean and gave myself opportunities.
By becoming the first player to win 2 tournaments this season, Van Tonder ascended to the summit of the Order of Merit delivered by the Courier Guy. Kyle de Beer shared 21st place to continue his pursuit of Fortress Rookie of the Year honours, while Elton van der Merwe and Christian Kriek made big moves with top 10 finishes. From the highlights team at Kyalami, congratulations to Daniel van Tonder. The Sunshine Tour next travels to Silver Lakes for the Baines Whisky Obunia Championship.